Okay, so let's talk about the trip itself. Yeah, I should make it a separate video because this video is getting too long already. Okay, so this is the Europe map uh for trains. So we'll be going to Amsterdam at first. So as you can see, this is basically our first draft itinerary for our Europe trip. Alright. Come on, load it. Okay, there we go. It's loaded. It's loaded. Okay. Alright, so let's start off with the first day, July 16. Yeah, and so it begins. And I was at home in the morning. I was at home at noon, and then after going to the dentist, and in which I got an additional bracket inside. If you don't know, like for braces sucks. Like in braces, it's made up of like all these small brackets, and then there's like a wire in between them, joining them, and the dentist added an additional bracket, and it's not outside my teeth, it's inside, and it hurts so fucking much. The first week of my trip, I was in a lot of pain every time I eat. And anyway, back to the main topic. On July 16th, I just covered up my entire bed, every single inch, every single centimeter of it, with this cloth. Hopefully it works. Around 3 p.m. we took an Uber to the airport, and we had sort of a small dinner over there, and then we took the plane all the way from Hong Kong to Mumbai, India. And I've never been to India before, so now I have. Yeah, I didn't travel there, but, my body had touched the ground within the Indian border, and thus I've been to India. That's the definition. So yeah, we've been to the Chhatrapati Shivaji Airport of Mumbai, India, and then after an hour or so, we took a flight from Mumbai, India to Amsterdam, Netherlands. And it's not a bad flight. I slept for a while, for a couple of hours, and okay, are we good? We good. Okay, I'm back. Anyway, where did we left off? I think, yeah, I took a flight from Hong Kong to Mumbai to transfer to Amsterdam, and arrived at Amsterdam, which is pretty exciting, although nothing had happened yet. And the airport is Schiphol Airport, and it's pretty large. It's like a mall inside. It's pretty cool. And then we go outside of the airport, and that's when I started to enter the experience. And the reason why I say enter, because it's very different. Like the first thing that, okay, I know, like, I live in Hong Kong, and the air here in Hong Kong is just clustered, thick, wet, dense, humid clogs of dirty air. You can hardly breathe in here. But when I arrive at Amsterdam, the air is just way more clean, way more cleansed, way more... Is that a word? Cleansed? Cleansing? It's way more clear, it's way more sturdy, it's way more clean. I believe I said that, but hey, just... It's like my lungs are opened again, I can breathe again, and that's really cool. And then we put down our luggages in my mom's friend's car. You know, my mom's friend is living in Amsterdam, not Amsterdam, Netherlands. My mom's friend is living in Netherlands. She has a husband and 2 kids. Both of them are also around 10 years older than me. Not 10. I say 7, 8. But there we go. So we drove all the way from Schiphol Airport to this little town, villagey sort of place called Lelystad, which is where my mom's friend lived. And it's very peaceful over there. Green grass and trees everywhere, birds everywhere, bugs and spider webs everywhere, which is sort of a con, but whatever. And then, first day in Netherlands, something bad already happened. And, my mom's friend had a dog, a pet, which is huge, who is, like 3 kilograms heavier than me, so that's scary. And there's my younger brother, who loves to play, so my younger brother was sort of like crouching behind the dog, and the dog was like, wait, who's that? And then, as the dog turned around, he sort of hit my younger brother in the head, and my brother's head was bleeding because of that, and it was unfortunate, and it was an accident, of course. The dog didn't mean it, and the dog was sorry for it, so there's that. But anyway, my brother's injured, and me and my mom, and my mom's friend's daughter, we went to a little outlet, a little shopping outlet nearby called Batavia Stad, and it's really cool. It's pretty nice, really clean. All right, yeah, we went to Batavia Stad and we bought a few Crocs shoes, and we bought a hell lot of chocolate, and then we came back, and that is day 2. All right, day 3. We are at Amsterdam. Literally, actually, at Amsterdam. At the morning, we went from Lelystad Centrum to Almere Centrum to Amsterdam Centraal. And, it's train, by the way. And, this is probably the first central station that I've ever been to. And, wow, like, central stations, man. I've been to a lot of them right now. And it's really nice, really beautiful, and after going to the central station, our family and my mom's friend's family sort of split up because we have different things to do. We are here to travel around. We are tourists, but they are actually residents in Netherlands, so they need to run errands and stuff, I believe. But anyway, we split up, and we're running out of time, because we need to go to 3 museums, which is Rijksmuseum, Van Gogh Museum, and Stedelijkmuseum. So because of that, we looked for a restaurant, like a fast food restaurant, and bought something and eat it, and that's it, very quickly. So we stumbled upon this fast food place near the central station called the Doner Company, or the Döner Company, which is sort of like a kebab wrap place. We had a wrap, and then we also bought some donuts, and I ate one, and then we just went off. And we got the tickets, and we took a tram all the way from the central station to Museumplein, which is where the 3 museums that I've mentioned before stands. Yeah. And first of all, we go to Rijksmuseum, which is basically the National Art Gallery of Netherlands in general. And apparently it's the hottest tourist attraction in Netherlands, so that's pretty interesting. I went in there, and it's a really nice art gallery. That being said, it's not that great. I still think that Louvre in Paris is the best, and my second favorite would probably be National Gallery in Oslo, but Rijksmuseum is not bad. We went to the top floor to see the Night Watch, by Rembrandt, and yeah, I'm gonna show photos in here. I don't know if this is actually legal, the museum allows photography, alright? But it says for private use only, and now this video is published. But you know, whatever. I'm not literally publishing a photo, okay? I'm just making a video. Alright? So don't tell anyone. Anyway, after that, it's time to actually walk through the city center of Amsterdam. And we went from the plane, we took a tram all the way from Gracht to another Gracht, Gracht, which means a canal, Gracht. And then I think we got off in a tram station called Prinsengracht, and it is nearby Westerkerk, I don't know, and Anne Frank House. So, Westerchurch looks pretty nice outside, but there's really nothing inside, so we didn't even go in. And apparently a concert is about to be held inside, so we can't even go in. And then we passed by, and then we go to Anne Frank House, which is really disappointing, because we couldn't go inside. Apparently, you can only buy the tickets online, and when we were gonna buy them online immediately, it's all booked, it's full. So we decided to visit there later on when we returned to Amsterdam, and then yet it's still full, so we never really went into the Anne Frank house. I've only been to the outside of the house, and not literally the house, not literally the house. It's more like a building beside the house, so that's kind of disappointing. And then we continued walking through the canals and the streets, and Jordan with 2 A's, and we didn't stumble upon it. I wanted to go there, and that is the Waxwell record store. At first I thought that this record store wouldn't be that amazing, but just outside the store there were these vinyls stuck on the walls, and I saw Nas Illmatic on the wall, and I was like, whoa, this record store might have some good stuff in it. And I went in, and wow, surprisingly, there were a lot of good stuffs in it. Let's see, Wu-Tang Clan, NWA, Tribe Called Quest is inside, Dr. Dre is inside as well, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, a lot of old stuff too, Marvin Gaye, David Bowie, and then we also have Coldplay and Radiohead in it. And this is the first time in my life that I've actually found an actual copy of a Radiohead physical music thing. No matter if it's vinyl or compact disc, whatever. This is the first time that I've actually found a Radiohead related piece of physical music. And too bad I didn't buy it, because I don't have a vinyl player at home. And there were only 2 Radiohead vinyls in that store, and that is Pablo Honey and The Benz. The Benz is amazing, Pablo Honey is but, I saw it, and I'm happy that I found it. And then after that, we walked to, the center of Amsterdam, and that is the Dam Square. And that is where a giant white pillar stands, and it's really big. A lot of tourists were there, and yes, and then we met up with the other family, and we walked eastwards, which is where the red light district is, and that's when things get a little tricky. Well, Amsterdam is very famous for its red light district, and I was holding a camera, okay? I was filming every single thing, because I sort of want to make a documentary, a traveling documentary, sort of like a traveling vlog, but it's very long. It's a few hours long. So I was filming things, and we were walking through the red light district, and there were these naked women beside me, and I didn't like intentionally look at them, and I didn't film them either because I feel like it's not a good thing, not an appropriate thing to put in a traveling documentary. So I didn't film the naked people. Okay, I didn't even intentionally look at them. And by the way, my parents were beside me, and then there was like another house place where there were no naked women, and it was completely empty, and I sort of filmed it a little bit. And then suddenly this woman inside just ran out. Of course, with clothed on. And she was freaking out. She was like, "Wait, are you filming? Are you filming? Did you film me? Delete it." Like, and I was like spooked. So it was pretty scary. It was pretty tricky. And then after we passed the red light district, we went to sort of like a Chinatown, but it's really small. And we had Chinese food in a restaurant called Nam Ki. You know, it's not bad. The Chinese food over there is actually pretty good. But still, why? It's day 3, okay? It's just the 3rd day, and we're already having Chinese food? Why? But anyway, after that, we walked back to the central station. We took the train back to Almere, back to Lelystad, and we went to a supermarket nearby, the House, Albert Heijn, and then that's it. That's day 3 for you. Okay, I gotta speak faster because this video is already long enough. Day 4, and that's the day we took a train all the way from Amsterdam. All the way from Lelystad to Almere to Amsterdam to Berlin. Yep. So yeah, early in the morning, we went to the central station and we just took a train. And I don't know why, I think I had like eggs in the morning, and apparently I can't have eggs in the morning, so I had stomach ache. And it was hurting for like so many hours, and it sucks. It really sucks. And yeah, and then we arrived at Berlin. We went to Hauptbahnhof, and it's really huge. And Berlin is way more city-like than Amsterdam, by miles, by leagues. Amsterdam feels very old school because of all the, old houses and all the small streets and stuff. But Berlin is a really advanced and urban city. So that took me by surprise. And it's really hot. Why? I don't know why, but apparently there's this heat wave, and it's just super hot. And then we went to our Airbnb, our first Airbnb, and it's in the street called Habersaatstraße. There you go. That's the street. And then after that, it was already nighttime. We went to a supermarket nearby called Bio Company, on the street Chausenstrasse, I think. And then we bought something, we went back to our Airbnb, we had dinner, and that's day 4. Alright, day 5, here we go, day 5. Day 5 is amazing, by the way. Day 5 and 6 are amazing. I had a lot of fun on day 5 and 6. So first of all, we went to our nearest U-Bahn station to buy tickets. There are 2 metro lines in Berlin and Hamburg and major cities in Germany, and that is S-Bahn and U-Bahn. And S-Bahn is basically a ring, so there were no destinations. And then we have U-Bahn, which is actually the metro system, the subway system. So we went to our nearest U-Bahn station, Naturkunde Museum, and we bought the tickets, and we took a bus all the way from Invaliden, no, not Invaliden, somewhere nearby, okay, and we took a bus to Alexanderplatz, which is the first location we'll be traveling to in Berlin. And it's a pretty nice plaza. There's a huge TV tower. It's pretty nice. And there are fountains, and there's a church, but we can't see it in Google Maps for some reason. And then, yeah, it's a pretty nice plaza, nothing that great. And then we kind of walked further, and we stumbled upon the city hall, or the town hall of Berlin, which is made up of red bricks, and it's really huge, and it's really beautiful. And then after that, we were getting hungry, and we couldn't find any local German restaurants, so we went to Google Map, we typed in German restaurants near me, and a restaurant popped up, and that is Zur Gerichtsslaube, I think. Yeah, Zur Gerichtsslaube. And oh my gosh, that meal is literally the best meal I've had in the entire trip. It was so good. It was so fucking good. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I was hungry, but I was having a great time over there. First of all, I tried beer. I tried German beer for the first time. It's really bitter. It's really bitter for some reason, and I didn't quite like it. Maybe I'll learn to enjoy it when I grow up. And we had the lot of potatoes, the meatballs, I believe it's boiled pork knuckle, which is really tender, really delicious. And of course we have the pickles, which are amazing, and the pickled vegetables as well. And then after that, we sort of went inside the Nikolai Nikolai Church, which is a very, very old church. And then we went to and then we continued walking. We kind of walked past the riverside, which is really beautiful. And we went to this museum called DDR Museum. We never really actually went in, but we were outside the thing. And apparently it was under the bridge and by the river directly, so that's pretty interesting. But yeah, DDR Museum. It's about East Berlin, I think. But yeah, and then after that, we kind of walked past by the Berlin Palace, and then we went to the Berlin Cathedral, which took me by surprise at how monumental it is. Now, here's the thing. I've been to the St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City. And that's still my favorite church. But still, the Berlin Cathedral is my second favorite church now. It was just really monumental. Like piano organs were already playing as we were going in. And then we went to sort of this museum thing, which is okay. And then we walked up the stairs. And then there's this super claustrophobic, super narrow, clustered spiral staircase up to the top. And for anyone who has claustrophobia, I recommend you to not go to the top, because it is super narrow and super warm and you can barely breathe inside. But we kept on going, and we went all the way up to the top, and it's such a huge relief, and the view is amazing, and it's a huge surprise. Someone was at the door.